Hey again, it's me. So, yeah, I'm back in LA, thank God. I love my family to death, but I really, really hate visiting. And honestly, it has nothing to do with my family. Well, partly. My parents and sister, I love them to death, but they're all very, well, let me start again. My parents are can be very difficult to deal with. Let me start again. My mother can be very difficult to deal with. And the reason I was down there, I don't know if I mentioned this last week, and I'm too lazy to go check. So my mother's been sick off and on for about a month now. At first it was just a really bad cold, and then it was H1N1, and then it was pneumonia, and now she's feeling better, and that's good. So, yeah, I went down there to help out, take care of her, keep her company basically, because my dad works long hours, my sister studies a lot and needs to, be studying for her exams and everything and her classes. So they can only do each of them can only do so much, and considering H1N1, that's not something you want to be in close quarters with. So they kind of both kept their distance, and that affected my mother a little. My mom and I share this extroversion that sort of, I mean, we like to be around a lot of people. We like to be in groups and doing things. If we absolutely have to, we'll go out and do things on our own. I am a little more introverted, more like my dad, and so I can go out and do things on my own when I want to, because I'm not going to wait for someone else. But my mother is a stubborn old woman, and so she doesn't like being alone a lot, and that's part of why I went down to visit. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. I'm glad to be out of there. I love my family to death, but that town is dead. There's absolutely nothing to do down there. It's a small town in the desert, and there's absolutely nothing to do down there. I don't know a whole lot of people outside my family down there, so that's not usually a reason for me to visit. And so another reason is, well, the heat. I mean, it wasn't that bad this past weekend, but it was starting to get there. And I've been reconditioned since I moved out of my parents' house. I cannot live in that heat again. I grew up in the desert. The average temperature during the summer down there during June, July, August is in the 120s. That's not very nice. Your air conditioner becomes your best friend, whether it's in your house or in your car. It is your best friend, absolutely. You people in LA do not know what heat is. You really don't. I really wish I didn't have to say this, but you don't know what heat is until you've lived out there. Trust me. Trust me on this. The other reason that I really hate going down there is coming back. And I'm not talking about coming back to civilization, coming back to the big city where I live. I'm talking about going through Border Patrol. See, my hometown is about an hour and a half-ish north of the U.S. and Mexico border. And so illegal immigration is a problem down there. More so going towards the coast, but inland, that far inland, it's still very much a problem. So you have Border Patrol stationed about 20 miles north of my hometown. And my problem with that is that every time I go through there, I get stopped. Everyone in front of me and in back of me, they get waved through. Oh, go ahead. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, you're okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, hi. Stop. And then I get 20 questions. Oh, where are you coming from? Where are you going to? What was your business back there? What's your business in LA? Blah, blah, blah. On and on and on. I get all these questions. If I'm lucky, I'll get 2 or 3 questions at a time. And those are the good days. This past week coming back was probably the absolute worst that I've ever encountered. I only got to 3 questions this time. Where are you coming from? Where are you going to? Or no, sorry. It was where are you going to, and were you born here? Do you have a green card? And as usual to the born here question was, I was born and raised. Thank you. But the most insulting part is that Unlike every other time I've gone through there, the officer questioning me decided to look in my back seat as if there was someone, as if there could possibly be someone hiding there, as if I'm smuggling someone. And they also took the drug sniffing dog, around the car. That was incredibly insulting and derogatory, and this is something I have to go through basically every time that I come back from visiting my family. And it's absolutely disgusting to me. I absolutely abhor the U.S. Border Patrol. I mean, I respect them totally if they're not being complete douches, but it's a major problem that I don't like having to deal with. I realize I'm not white. I'm also not the darkest Mexican out there, and I don't have an accent. I didn't grow up speaking Spanish, so I don't have an accent, unlike other people I know who did grow up speaking Spanish. And so it's something that really aggravates me. I don't dress very, like, dirty Mexican. My car is a little dirty, but it's not completely banged up and does not scream, hey, watch out for this guy, he's smuggling drugs or people. No. So getting stopped by Border Patrol every time I come back from visiting my family is very aggravating. And so I'm going to shut up about that now, because if I continue any longer, I'm going to get really upset and pissed off. So that's all. I'm going to finish there. Anyway, well, that's really all for now. I did actually just about a couple hours ago finish a paper that was due a week ago. Yeah, it was my final paper for my research class, and it was actually due last Friday, but because I was home visiting family and helping out, I didn't have a lot of time, and so I had emailed my professor saying, hey, sorry, family emergency, need some extra time, and I had told him I would have it by Wednesday, and that was 2 days ago. So thankfully he's hopefully very understanding. He is kind of very chilled out, laid back guy, and I really hope he'll understand. But yeah, I just barely finished it a couple hours ago and emailed it to him, and now that's all finished and done with, and I'm done. I'm ready to enjoy the rest of the next 2 weeks of my vacation before spring quarter starts. So anyway, that's all for today, and thanks for watching if you are. See you next week. Questions, go ahead and email me at myles@blessedpsycho.com. The email is going to be below. Or you can send me asks to my Tumblr, blessedpsycho.tumblr.com/ask. Or follow me on Twitter at blessedpsycho. Again, all that's down there. Just right there. Right. Go ahead. See that. Okay. All right. Bye. See ya.